the broad theme there is just simplify the complex for us. Airlines typically are running tens or 20, 30 systems that necessarily don't talk to each other. So what they're saying, there's two broad themes that come across here. Number one is give us systems that scale scenarios. So for example, today, when there are 10, 20 systems, the operational systems don't really necessarily talk to commercial systems. So there's a big ask that just take away the silos, right? And so that's theme number one. Theme number two is I think the days of multi-year RFPs, complex monolithic systems are gone. So what they're really asking for is give us modular systems that we can plug and play so that we can evolve and transform at our pace. And we are not bound with this multi-year, 10-year transformation journeys that often don't give the ROI to the airline. So those are the two broad themes within that broad simplification message. I would say there's three broad things there. Number one is focusing on the user experience and making sure that when you use AI, the new experience that the users go through is fundamentally different and better than what they were used to before, right? And if it's more complex, then it's not going to work. And that requires focusing on the data and focusing on making sure that the data is the foundation of it. And if you don't have the data estate in place, AI is not going to work. That's number one. Number two, focusing on end-to-end business scenarios rather than solving for functional silos, because that optimization doesn't work. And I would say number three is focusing on governance, and it has to be top down, because we have seen these LLM models and the AI models, they often hallucinate, and they're wrong. They might work 95% of the time, but might create errors 5% of the time. So what's your governance model to make sure that the data is not lost, you have the right security posture, and you have the right carefulness about user data and enterprise data. So those are the three things that I believe are required for a successful AI implementation. I think there's a few different areas where we're seeing the biggest impact. One is flight operations and crew operations. If you think about an IROP scenario where there's a weather event, and airlines often have to cancel thousands of flights. Today it takes the airlines anywhere between 3 to 5 days to even more than a week to recover from that scenario. And they have to rebook the tickets for different passengers. They have to reassign the crew hotels, cargo is affected, and these are all disparate systems today. So I think that's one area where AI can really help accelerate recovering from that kind of scenario. The other one we are seeing is around dynamic pricing and just selling ancillary, driving ancillary revenue. So our retail in the modern airline retailing, there's a huge promise of AI in the modern airline retailing world that will help airline increase revenue and drive customer intimacy. So those are the two broad. There are others, but I would say these are the two biggest impact areas that we are seeing.